Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. Last episode, we took care of a bunch more bounties that we happened to have, and also finished the grieving mother's personal storyline, learning about her past and history and what she did. I can understand why she did what she did, but that doesn't mean I have to agree. Anyway, because we're here, how about we head down into the Endless Paths for a bit? Now, there is something I need to stop at. Oh, the level 5 is actually the lowest we can get, it seems. So let's head down to level 5, and there's something I need to pick up, because we have the blade, that's the blade of the Endless Paths that we're trying to put together, and there's apparently one more piece around here that I haven't gotten. I think I need to get over to here in order to find it. Oh! There it is. That's what it was. Now I'll be able to get it. The Zaurips have piled together coins, discarded jewelry, and battered fragments of ornamental weapons and armor. Some loot there, and ornate sword hilt. Okay, that's the second part of the Blade of the Endless Paths. Now then, time for us to continue downwards. We've got a ways to go. Oh, please enter fast mode. We've got a bunch of paths to get through. I think we went to level 8, was it? 8 or 9 was how far down we'd gone. I can't remember exactly. Actually, you don't need to be in sneak mode at the moment. Okay, we've made it to the next level. Level 8 is what we're up to. And of course, we have traps. Let's start sneaking our way through and see what we find. I thought we'd actually made it further down. Guess I was wrong. Right. We'll uncover what we can in this main passage first, before we start opening up rooms. And we've got vessels. This is actually a good thing. Oh, wow. They died instantly. This dungeon is probably going to be relatively easy, then. If that's how quickly they die. Vampires.
See now what the flames.
Okay, the vampire is actually a bit stronger than the others. Okay, there we go. Actually, we probably should have taken a look in there. Yeah, that's probably just a room to the side. Let's see if we can get in. Oh. Why are you all the way over there? Oh, crap. Quick, everyone, get back. Okay, there we go. Weird.
Eh?
Oh, it's locked. You know what? We'll leave it for now. We'll come back if we find a key. Okay. Let's hunt around and see what we can find in here. Hadra beetles. Okay, these guys do actually have some strength to them. But we're able to wipe them down relatively easily, I think. Oop, clicked the wrong thing. Some debris.
No
And let's
problem.
keep looking around. We'll look at that soon. I think we'll walk over that in a little bit. More skeletons. There we go.
Brave thou Philothili.
Okay, this area actually has quite a bit more to it than I thought. Okay, let's take a look over this bridge. Seems to be another massive hand. Thick copper veins run beneath the Audra surface, providing a skeletal framework that protrudes like bone from rotting flesh. Darguls. Oh, hello. At the center of this massive Audra structure, beneath the long shadow of the Titan's curled fingers, sits what appears to be a man. Unlike the slavering, animalistic creatures you have encountered on this floor, this man is regally composed, lounging upon a crooked stone throne, yet his gaze has a piercing, feverish quality. He watches you intently as you approach.
What are you, then? One of theirs? Strange that you survived the planning stages.
He speaks in fluent in Gwithan, you note, though his voice is taut with strain.
It must have been hard for them, those beggars, those cowards. But you won't go any farther. No, you can go right on back to them, your masters. Let them feast on you instead.
I don't mean you any harm. I merely seek information about the master below. Ah, you can understand him. Ask him everything. What an opportunity. The man looks startled. He gives a short laugh.
You understand. Look here, even the foreigners speak our tongue now. Truly, we are an immortal people. But that only makes it all the more clear, you see. You must be with them. How have they kept you so whole? You are remarkably well preserved. Attempt to pass, and you will go screaming back into the void, puppet.
Who's this they?
Them, the others. Filthy, greedy savages, all of them. How quickly we decay. No dignity at the end, just the stink of rot and gaps in flesh and mind alike. Do you know, I think some of them have started eating one another. No, I won't waste the Audra on them. Not on them. It's mine. Who deserves it more? There is little enough I can for myself. I will not share. Do you hear me? You can all rot. Take a great leap into the afterlife. 2,000 years too late.
What is this about Audra?
The Audra will do you no good. You can no more make use of it than they can. Only I recall the rites, the spell work. If they were only more clever, perhaps they'd have learned it themselves. Too late now. Too late by far. Better to put them down like the carrion feeders they are. I'll let you past then. I'll even answer your foolish little questions. Only let me be rid of these pests.
I'll do it.
No idle promises now. Do this for me and you can go where you please. I'll have what I want.
Okay. Ominous as this sounds, we'll see what we can do. Now, what have we got here? A bone pile. Yay. So we need to find these others, whoever they are, and whatever they are.
As a calm sea.
Audra beetles.
Let's go.
Brave thou
Settle.
Come on, finish it off. There you go. And got him. Ah, and I think this is actually the stairway that heads back up. Yep, this is even further down. Level 8. And we can really kind of see this this massive structure. So we've got a hand here, arm going down, there's the head, shoulders and torso around here. And even further down, here we've got the other hand. This is a massive figure, jeez. But we're not leaving yet.
Margren's fire.
We will
casts
continue
light
exploring through this place. More
Something
traps.
over there.
Again, I'm not surprised that there are traps in here. Skeletal wizards. We'll come to you in just a moment. Let me just take care of all these traps here.
That's settled.
Now go fight them! Okay, finish off last vampire.
My mind feels sharp as steel. Let's go!
Don't even slow it.
Very nice. Hey, St. Edwin's Redeemer is done. For the next one, be revived during combat 5 times to unlock the next level. How the hell? So she needs to actually be knocked down and then revived. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. I basically have to try to be crappy.
No problem.
The runes and engravings upon this familiar machine are unnaturally well reserved. The machine itself,
Margren's fire.
the machine
casts
itself
light.
remains inert and lifeless.
A simple test. That's settled.
Okay, some camping supplies. That doesn't matter. Okay, that's all there is there. Oh, Pallegina leveled up. Yes, please. I guess a point in survival is fine. And what class unlock are we going to give you? Let's see. Inspiring Triumph. Bonus to defenses when she downs someone. Inspires Paladin and all nearby allies to charge fiercely into battle. Snuffs out all active beneficial effects on a foe. That would actually be good because there's been a lot of charms showing up lately, I think. Let's see, this one. 2 per encounter. Damage reduction. That's also pretty neat. That's a per rest. I'm not going to do that. Let's go with Aegis of Loyalty. That sounds like a good idea. Is it only her that needs to be revived? Yep, it's her. She needs to be downed and revived 5 times. Which I really don't like.
Brave does.
Oh crap, we hit a trap.
Feels sharp as steel. Let's go! Let's
Putting us down.
And one of the others of us got knocked down. That's definitely
let's go!
not good. Down goes that vampire.
Got it.
light, flame, and sound.
Another bone pile. Must be getting close to the, yeah, this must be the other side of that, whatever it was.
Brave.
Go ahead, get everyone killed.
I have.
And the
Let's
Silk
go.
Wizard. There we go. Could have gone a little better, but that wasn't terrible. Okay, we can unlock this now.
Yeah,
A simple test. That's settled.
I'll take a look.
Now let's look around here, see what we find. Looks like there isn't really anything of note in this room. So let's keep going. More undead.
Braved out.
There we go.
Would you attack your own mind, Watcher?
Really not keen on all the charms that have been showing up lately.
My eyes are peeled.
Let's keep looking. Oh, this is incredibly ominous.
Brave.
Okay, there's that bunch dealt with.
Roak 10.
Big empty room.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Okay, looks like we've got two paths. Let's take a look at this one first. I knew there was a trap here. Seemed kind of obvious. We've got Good Friend, a unique crossbow. Ooh. Feel like that could be useful for someone. Is someone using a crossbow? You are using a crossbow. Should be using a crossbow. This has fine, extra accuracy when attacking the same target as an ally, and extra damage, and grants holy power. Sure, you can use that. Okay, let's take a look up in this direction. There can't be that much more to this place. These ornate stone coffins are lined with Adra. Peculiar runes encircle the jeweled sphere at the center of the lid.
Braved out.
You should actually be using that.
Following. Don't even spoil it.
Okay,
Let's
take
go.
care of that vampire.
Let's
And now
go.
the skeletal fighter. There we go. Let's keep looking around at whatever the hell is in here.
Be constant.
Something
This
over
seems
there.
to be the end of it, though. Oh, wait. No, this seems to be the end of it. Is that everything? Did we kill them all? Let's head over and speak with him and see if he'll let us by. And maybe tell us more information about things here. Because that could be it. Just gotta run over. I should put down a save just to be safe, just in case something's about to happen. Alright, let's speak to you.
Well, is it done? I heard a commotion.
It is done. The Vampire are dead.
Ha! Good. Very good. Yes, it's all mine now. No more of their screaming. No need for any more pointless demonstrations of power. Go on, then. Go barreling down into the deep if you like, if the beetles don't make a quick end of you.
Beetles.
Voracious little devils, they're what caused this whole mess. You can kill one easily enough, but there's a great swarm of them chewing through the Adra. My Adra! There's only the arm now. In any case, they'll tear you apart just as easily as they do the crystals. More easily.
I had some questions first.
Yes, I said you could have some answers. What is it?
Who are you?
Did you want a name? I forgot those ages ago. Who's going to call me anything down here? There's me, and now there's just you. That's all that matters. I was entrusted with the tests we performed here. The foremost mind of the age. None could rival me for arcane power save Ad Nua himself. And perhaps some of his advisors.
What was this place?
Oh, many things. Our home once. And before that, a place of great deeds. Those fouled chambers in there were once the site of incredible discoveries. We were given the bulk of this floor. There was construction at all hours, of course. For all of our work was, of course, for Ad Nua's purposes. Think on it. A dozen sculptors carefully crafting a fingernail. Souls flung from their shells on the floors above and below. And all the while Idros fusses over a cuticle.
What kind of experiments were you doing?
Why, we were preoccupied with matters of the soul. All of us were, because Ad Nua was. But here, we toiled to find the dividing line between life and death, and crack it wide open. We were attempting to find a means of binding souls to their mortal vessels, preventing them from crossing the shroud. I say attempting. We found it, of course. A dozen minds set to purpose. How could we not? Oh, the things we learned. What a glorious time! We could determine the precise manner in which a soul would crack and shatter, could carefully place a fragment from one into another. While our fellows wasted their efforts on phenomena like blights, we delved right into the heart of the matter. There were certain gaps in our knowledge, of course. I was perhaps enthusiastic in my pursuits. I thought that if anyone should attempt a more personal approach to the tests, it should be me. And no amount of certainty will make the imbibing of poison a pleasant experience. Death is the ultimate test, you see. If the soul has flown, then you know you failed.
Your work sounds similar to animancy.
Like what? Perhaps others follow in our steps. I have not had the time to keep up with the state of magical study.
How have you stayed alive all this time?
The big question. Binding a soul to its body was not, it turned out, very difficult. We were certain we'd found a kind of immortality. The body could be destroyed beyond repair, but anything less is quite survivable. I was eager to attempt it. My leg at the time pained me terribly, old war wound, and I had heard one subject describe a sense of distance from the pain inflicted upon them. They felt it, but it didn't matter to them, which would be a vast improvement. I remember the first moment. The relief. But we found that after some time, the body would remember that it was, after all, dead. There's really no describing what it feels like to see your own fingers rotting away. The smell. We tried to revive the affected subjects with energy culled from their fellows, and it worked well enough. I was able to refine the spell work, keep myself and the others who had joined me as hale as ever. Odd Nua wasn't terribly pleased with the distraction, but that turned out not to matter. The mob came and murdered him, and we were sealed in here with the rest of his tools. But we still had the Adra, you see, and enough souls housed in there to feed us for, well, as long as we wished. And so, we had a time of it, we did. We were able to preserve the furniture over the years. We had little meetings in the Grand Chamber. What a nice little family we were. Until it had to end.
What happened here?
Here? You mean with them? The Adra? All of it? That's a long tale, and my patience has diminished with time. I'll tell you what happened recently. It was the Adra beetles. Oh, you wouldn't think it was something so small, so mundane, but they came swarming up from the lower reaches and started to feed upon the live Adra.
I thought Adra beetles only feed on dead Adra.
Just so. They never troubled us before. Still, it happened. We tried to fight them off, of course, but it was impossible. Kill one, and 2 more are behind it. Something must have driven them up here. I don't know what. They all but amputated our Adra limb. Not enough to support all of us. Not us and the rooms, the tapestries, everything. But enough for me. None of the others knew the spells required. Their only part in it was simply to lie in their Adra coffins and be revived. By me. So it was an obvious choice, wasn't it? No more of that. No more of anything. I swore I'd burn them all to kindling if they came near. Fortunately, you made that unnecessary.
How could you do that to your companions?
You're soft-hearted, considering it was you who put an end to their immortality. They weren't anyone's friends. They would have licked the brains out of your cracked skull if they could. There wasn't enough life to go around. That's all it was. And 2,000 years is more than long enough to get to know someone. Think on it this way. You've sent them on their way, and they will live again in time. Isn't that a comfort?
I'm looking for the Master of Below. Do you know who that is?
None of us took such grand titles. The only master of this would be Odd Nua, our king. Our poor, grief-maddened king. Would he call himself such? I wonder. Odd Nua is dead. The mob would not have retreated without having killed him. But then, if we could preserve ourselves despite our deaths, then so, perhaps, could he. I am sure I considered the possibility once, when it had all come crashing down. If any man could prolong himself, it would be him. I wonder, was it he who drove the Adra beetles up here from below? Who stole our Adra source? Does he mourn his son yet, the mewling fool, that he should resent our feeding upon his statue? A possibility. After all this time, it wouldn't surprise me.
Can you tell me about Odd Nua?
Our great lord. A wise man in his day, until his son was lost. An accident, some small, unfortunate turn of fate. You have come but a little way past the sealed chambers. You must know by now that Odd Nua did not take it well. This monument to his grief has outlasted him. But his madness provided opportunity. A promise of immortality for all of us. If it was found at the behest of a grieving father, what did it matter? He had a flock of devoted servants. For we had to find the soul in question, to bring it back from wherever it had gone to house it somewhere suitable. And such discoveries have costs. Something the rabble didn't understand.
I have no more questions.
Very good. Good to stretch the vocal cords, I have to say.
I'll be going then.
Give my regards to the dead when you see them.
Thick rust-red veins of dead Audra worm their way through the statue's wrist and into the darkness below. And this will likely lead on to the next level. Well, first we need to deal with a few beetles. I just want to clear out the remaining beetles and such that we have over here and get to the end. And there we go. Alright. And with that, the stairway revealed to the next level, I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, we will head deeper down. Deep
Yeah.
into the endless paths and see what will come next. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Laniara, Palagina, Kana, Durance, the Grieving Mother, and Sagani. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, and I shall see you all next time.